you, what up? Welcome to my channel, welcome back. I'm Maryam, and today's video is an eyeshadow review. I am talking about the new Urban Decay eyeshadow in collaboration with Marvel Studios' She-Hulk. To be honest with you, I don't know much about She-Hulk, outside of the fact that the swatch model once was She-Hulk for Halloween. That's him right there. So I did a little bit of research into who this character is, but today's video is basically another makeup review. So of course I'm gonna be trying out the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna be creating a look with it. I don't yet know what look I'm going to be creating. I like to let the colors and the vibes speak to me. So that's essentially what I'm gonna be doing. So let's get into this video. Subscribe if you aren't already. Notification bell for Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's do this She-Hulk review for you. Let's hit it. Let us open up this palette. Okay, let me close this palette for a second. Let me just talk about the packaging. The packaging is very, very green. It is very vibrant. It is almost a little too green for my liking because I'm not like the hugest fan of green eyeshadows on me. There's a specific way that I like to wear them. So this is giving me very much green vibes, but opening up the palette, there's no green vibes. There's just one larger green-ish eyeshadow palette in here, and then everything else seems to be neutral and metallic colorful shades. So I don't really get it. I guess off the bat, this looks a little bit boring to me. I haven't swatched it yet, granted, but for a $45 palette, I think even I, who's not like a She-Hulk fan, even I was expecting a little bit more. Like, this is giving me a lot, right? This is giving me very little at first impression. All right, let's look at these shadows up close, popping up a close-up. We've got some matte neutral shades, some browns, some nudie shades, some tan shades. We also have some highlighter shades. Well, just one, like a champagne kind of glow. We have a lot of purples and pinks. I don't really get it. Is that to like offset the green? We've got a blue. You know what? Let me leave my feelings out of this. Let's actually swatch this and let's see how this performs. And then I'll let you know my feelings. But at first impression, I'm just like a wee bit confused. But anyway, $45 palette, Urban Decay, She-Hulk, swatch model time. Hi, swatch model. Dun, 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 dun. So, do you know anything about the She-Hulk?
She's a woman. She is Bruce.
A Hulk?
She's a Hulk. She's Bruce Banner's cousin, if I remember.
And Bruce Banner is who?
The Hulk. You don't know that?
I really don't. I'm not into
Hulks.
The Hulks. It's a little too green for me. But anyway, you are here to do some swatches for me.
Yeah, baby.
So, what do you think of this palette? Is this representative of the She-Hulk, given that you know so much more about her than I do?
Oh, I wouldn't say that I know so much more, but I would say yeah, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually think it's kind of cool.
There's only one green, though. Don't you think this is...
Well, it's because even though she's green, that's just like her outer cover, the cover of her book, but the inside, she's very complicated. She's actually like a lawyer, she's smart. She's not like the Hulk where he basically loses his mind when he becomes the Hulk. She actually retains her emotional and intelligence.
I had no idea you knew so much about the Hulk, or She-Hulk.
Well, I'll put up my picture here.
I already put it up, but here it is again. Thank you, swatch model.
You're welcome.
For knowing so much about She-Hulk. All right, now let's swatch.
I used to have a mini crush on her, believe it or not.
Shut up.
Yeah. Because she's a great body.
Her then.
Courtroom realness.
This is the first shade.
That's cool. It's an image of a woman flexing.
Yes. Does she have a great body?
Nice. Yes.
It's a nice shade, actually.
That's a nice shade.
Next.
Case closed. So they're working off the fact that she's a lawyer, I see.
Let's double dip here. This had no tail. Wait, a little closer.
Gamma glow.
Gamma glow.
You know what gamma glow is? You know what gamma?
No clue.
Well, gamma is the gamma radiation that actually turns both the Hulks into the Hulk. It's because of the exposure to that gamma radiation.
Why do you know so much about them?
I was a huge Hulk fan when I was a kid.
Okay.
But played by Lou Ferrigno.
Who?
Lou Ferrigno.
Bro.
Picture of Lou Ferrigno, please. And the Hulk. Thank you.
Okay, whatever.
Put that picture up. Take a stand.
Wow.
Caso cerrado.
Oh.
They should have made the She-Hulk Hispanic.
They should have. All right.
All right, next is no further questions.
No further questions, Your Honor. Well, this is green.
It's nice.
That's pretty.
It's like a green with some yellow in there. Yeah.
Like a golden green. Kind of like that.
Mm-hmm, it is nice. Thunderclap.
What's a thunderclap?
It's when you...
Thunderclaps back?
It's when strippers make the back of their butts clap. It's called a thunderclap.
We're gonna move on.
And this is the official color Hulk Out.
Hulk Out. This is the official color. Here we go.
Wow, look at that.
So it's like a greener green. Like not a golden green, but like an actual green.
And
Actually,
what?
this felt very, very soft and smooth.
Yeah, it was very smooth.
Yeah.
A lot of emollients in there.
A lot of emollients.
My voice.
My voice.
Is the next color. Wow. It's pretty. I like the
But
color.
actually, they're a lot softer than they look.
I like the colors too. Yeah, because it's kind of different.
And you think that, like, as a fan of She-Hulk or Hulks,
Oh, yeah.
this is very representative?
I think so.
Wow, okay.
I mean, if you're like a person who likes She-Hulk, yeah, it's kind of cool.
You're saving this video, sir. Because I was not of the same impression when I first opened up the palette. No, I was like, where's the green?
All right, trademark this. Crushing it.
Crushing it. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
Come on, that's nice.
Wow.
See?
Okay.
All right, WeHo Warrior.
WeHo Warrior? Why? Is this warrior from WeHo? Maybe
Nice.
she is from West Hollywood. Maybe
Is that
you
what a
just don't
WeHo
remember.
means?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know. I'm from New York.
Yeah, but you've been to WeHo 100 times. Ho. Okay.
Brains and Brawn is the next color.
It's okay.
Got a little, not so brawny.
What's that say?
That's super suit up.
Oh, I thought it said super shut up. It's a nice color though.
That's a really nice color.
Pretty.
That's really pretty. Come on.
Alright. I'm not really seeing too much cohesion here, but you guys let me know. Is this cohesive or is this all over the place?
Is it collector's piece? Like, would you buy this because you actually want to make looks, or do you get it because you're a fan of She-Hulk? Or are you a fan of Urban Decay?
I think both. I think,
Right?
you know,
That's what I'm
you would get this if you are a fan and also you want to create looks with it.
It's not bad.
Why
I
not?
like the kind of the looks in there.
Popping up a close-up.
Popping up a close-up.
Alright, so I guess the swatch model schooled me. I didn't know much about the She-Hulk. Now I know a little bit more. Now I'm thinking maybe this is green enough. And the fact that it has all these other colors, because she is complex, maybe that makes more sense. But now let's see how all of these perform. I actually was pleasantly surprised with the way that they swatched. Generally speaking, Urban Decay eyeshadows lately don't really swatch too well. I found them to be on the drier side as of late, but these were surprisingly nice. I'm using the Rare Beauty eye primer. This one's pretty smoothing on the lids, which is why I like it. So I'm just gonna take a brush and kind of just stipple that in, smooth that out. Alrighty, lids are primed and prepped. I am going to move on. Even though this isn't a very green palette, I'm kind of here for it today because today I am actually going to the US Open. Green was not the vibe that I had in mind for my makeup for the US Open. I'm going with another L'Oreal owned brand, La Roche-Posay. Urban Decay is also owned by L'Oreal, so I thought they wouldn't mind if I mention it. So I guess the look that I want to go for should be somewhat preppy. I guess more Jennifer Waters or Walters than She-Hulk, if you know what I mean, like lawyer by day. So I'm gonna pick up this DECAY blending eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna start with this shade, Brains and Brawn. I'm gonna apply that to the outer edge, so kind of just building up the color at first, and then connecting to my outer corner, like that. So far so good. A little bit of fallout, but not too crazy. I did pick up a lot of color. Pigment is there, obviously. We're gonna take that back kind of like along the eye socket area, higher than my fold, and just bring it back like that. And then I'm gonna blend all of that out because this is way too intense and way too harsh. I'm going for something soft today. Pick up this Makeup Geek brush, very, very fluffy, very soft, and just blend out the edges of that, lift them towards the tail end of my brow. So I'm already wearing my foundation on my face. I obviously don't want to have too much fallout. I don't want to ruin my foundation. This is the foundation that I'm going to be wearing all day today. I need it to last. And so I'm being extra careful, though I am noticing that this brown shade, Brains and Brawn, does have a little bit more fallout than I'm used to for a brown shade. And granted, this is not too bad. This is like kind of close to my skin tone's undertone, but that makes me just a little bit worried about some of the glitter shades. I don't want glitter all over my face. That's just not the vibe that I'm going for today. It's pretty good. Next, I'm gonna grab this Makeup Geek brush, the same one that I was blending out the previous shadow with. I'm gonna add this shade called Case Closed. This is a very light, like a pale nudie type of shade. I'm gonna apply that to kind of assist with the blending and just lift this shade into the brow bone. Same thing on this side, just assisting with that blending, lifting into the brow bone, cleaning it up. I guess I'm gonna test out all the brown shades. I'm gonna go for this one right here called Take a Stand. Just like a dark, cool chocolate brown. I'm gonna add that along the outer portion of my lash line in a diagonal, continuing lifting the eye shape up. This is what I do for my eye shape, but you most certainly do not need to lift it. Now let's do that on this side, like that. This is a very nice brown eyeshadow. It's very pigmented, but very, very easy to blend out. So it feels soft. There's not too much fallout with this one, actually none at all. All right, back to the fluffy brush, back to the blending. Not bad, not bad. I think I forgot to set my foundation. I'm getting kind of oily here. That's okay. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is grab like a flat little short bristle brush. I'm gonna dip into that Brains and Brawn. I'm gonna add a little bit of that to my lower lash line on the outer portion, like that. And then a little bit on the inner portion, right here, just to kind of emphasize the inner corner a little bit. And also the inner tear duct, like a very slight little maneuver like that. And then same thing here, just kind of like extending the inner corner a little bit, facing it down, and then just like softly extending on the bottom, like that. I'm gonna take a clean, tiny brush and just blend that out using the pale shade, Case Closed. I really want this to be a soft move, not a harsh move. Also gonna do the same thing here. I think that's good. Back to the flat brush. I'm gonna dip into Take a Stand. And looking down into the mirror, I'm just going to extend the outer corner and make it a little bit darker and a little bit more precise. And lifting that. We're getting somewhere. I feel like I'm going for like the superhero eyes that you always see in cartoons or like comic books. They're always like almond shaped, but like very much cat-like in the outer corner. All right, so now let's do something with this lid. So since I'm trying to keep it not so green, I think I'm gonna dip my Laura Lee Los Angeles L17 brush into this shade called Gamma Glow, which is like a champagne-y pale gold shade. I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of fallout with this, so I'm gonna spray it with this thermal water from Avène. Just a little bit. Oh, nice and refreshing. And then I'm going to paint that from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner of the lid, concentrating most of the sparkle in the inner portion. I'm gonna be working with both eyes at the same time. This is quite a chunky, sparkly shadow, so I think it'll be easier to manipulate with my finger. I'm seeing a lot of fallout already and I'm not liking it. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of that shade and just layer that over the dark brown corner, keeping it contained below my actual movable lid. All right, so this as is just looks like your typical golden champagne-y everyday look. It's not super, super, super over the top. I mean, yes, there's sparkles, but it's not crazy. I think I could probably get away with that. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit over here under the brow arch just to tie it together for that hint of sparkle. And then that's pretty much it. But for the actual pop of green, I will do a little something. But first, I wanna actually line my lids. So I've got the Dragon Beauty Dragon Wing liner. Looks like a brown one. Perfect, exactly what I was going for. I'm going to sharpen that inner corner ever so slightly, like that. And same thing here, just like the tiniest amount. And then I'm going to lift the outer corner in a straight wing towards the tail end of my brow. Not too long, not too crazy. Alrighty, and now for that pop of green that I promised, I'm gonna take a tiny little brush, dose of colors, and I'm gonna dip into the No Further Questions. This one was like the more golden green of the two, kind of like an olive golden green. I'm gonna add that right here in that space between the inner corner. Honestly, you can't really see it, but you feel it. I see it in my mirror, not so much in my monitor, but this shadow is a lot more sparkly. You know what? I'm not gonna be cheap about it. I'm actually gonna spray this brush. I'm gonna pick up the Hulk Out green. I'm gonna add that on top. I'm gonna do the pop of green. All right, and that did it. There's definitely green now. I see it, I feel it, and I can't say that I hate it. All right, so now to complete this look, I'm gonna curl my lashes. And like that, damn, I feel like I was really able to build up the lash. Maybe I don't even need false lashes for this look. I actually don't think I do. I think this looks quite pretty. I think the lashes look really nice. I think I'm gonna leave it as is. What do you guys think? Leave it as is, or am I missing an opportunity here? I think I'm gonna leave it as is. I like the way this looks. It's what I was going for. Gotta say I'm pleased with myself. Though the fallout, ooh, is definitely there. And it's sticking to my foundation that sadly I forgot to powder down. I'm gonna add this Lisa Eldridge lip gloss in the shade Affair. I'm already wearing the Charlotte T Pillow Talk Medium 2 pigmented lip oil slash gloss. So essentially, this is my look. This is my She-Hulk ready for the US Open type of look for today. What do you guys think? Now it's time for me to judge this palette. I gotta say, my first impression was that, well, this is a very green palette, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to put it to use. But then once I opened it, my opinion totally shifted to where are the greens? There's only one green. Actually, there were two. But upon swatching everything, I didn't really understand why there are so many similar shifty, metallic, shimmery shades in here. There's just like a lot of these purpley, rusty, half blue, half red shades in here that I don't really care for, honestly. This is just not my cup of tea when it comes to a color story. All of these shifty shades don't really give you the ability to create very dynamic and very different looks. With that, I find this palette to be a little bit limited. Every single look that you create will have the warm brown or neutral brown sort of crease, and then one of these pop shimmer shades in the center, unless like you totally want to go avant-garde and slap these colors around like you please, which you totally can do. But in theory, I just find this to be a little bit boring. I mean, yes, granted, I heard what the swatch model had to say. He is a fan of She-Hulk and the Hulk, and he liked the color story. But to me, as a makeup reviewer, as a makeup wearer, as a makeup enthusiast, I wouldn't gravitate towards this. Although the eyeshadows did perform fairly well. I like the look that I was able to create with this palette. Yes, I kept it somewhat safe, very safe, but that's honestly what these colors dictated for me to do. I wouldn't necessarily pair all of these shimmery shades together. So what I came up with is what I would totally wear in real life if I was presented with this palette. So I guess what I'm saying is the quality is decent, better than I was expecting, but it's something that I've seen before many, many times. It's not really innovative, it's not really exciting, and moreover, I think the color story is quite boring. So that is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my take on it. If you like this look though, you can probably definitely recreate it with a lot of the stuff that you already have. You don't necessarily need to purchase this, but if you are someone who's a fan of She-Hulk, if you're a fan of the Urban Decay outlook on makeup, then maybe this will be up your alley. So I guess what I'm saying is, this is up to you. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. On that final note, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna wish you a farewell. I will see you in my next video. Peace out, and I'm out. Deuces.